I'm Charity.
Hello, I'm Shannon.
And we work at Schuler Books, both of us in the office. I am the executive assistant, and Shannon does the web as well as works with marketing. And today we're going to be working with The Full Plate by Aisha Curry. And we picked this book because I'm going to read you the full subtitle because it's very important. Flavor-filled, easy recipes for families with no time and a lot to do. This is in big letters. So we have 3 children, so this was a huge find for us. And we're doing steak sandwiches, which looked really tasty. These pictures are so yummy, make me hungry. But it looked pretty easy. It's not that different than what we might normally do. If we have sandwiches, it's like slap some ham and cheese with some mustard on bread, but this looked a little more curated and pretty yummy.
And there's nothing really wild about what's in this recipe. We've got a little bit of fancy mustard, a little bit of mayonnaise, a little bit of mixed greens. It calls for arugula, which came in mixed with spinach when I bought it. We've got some ciabatta bread, a little bit of blue cheese, and some onions that we're going to pickle with some apple cider vinegar, and no cooking for that either. So it's a very straightforward recipe.
Yeah, and the pickled onions, you have to do those, but they take an hour, so you do those first and then you finish up with the rest of it and they're done, which is fantastic. And this is something she does which I really love. So she makes a note up here about what she likes about this recipe. None of these ingredients are hard to find. It wouldn't have deterred us anyway. But she also says, and you can use some of these as garnish for other things or in this other recipe, because I hate when I have to buy something, even if it's not like very strange, and I get this full little pouch and then I use like half a teaspoon. And then this jar of shrimp paste or whatever it was sits in my pantry and gets gross over the next year. So that was wonderful, and I just have to say thank you as a mom and dad and person who has to make the meals every day. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's cook the book. We don't cook with a lot of oil usually, so following the recipe just produced a little bit more smoke than we're used to.
Usually we don't pan fry steak on the oven. Usually I use a cast iron skillet and broil it in the oven rather than the stovetop, or grill outside, and it's not so smoky when we do that.
It smells really good though. I think you did good.
Thanks. I took a nibble and it tastes
good. But otherwise pretty easy.
Oh yeah, very straightforward. It's just a little bit of oil on the pan, medium heat, and a couple of minutes per side, depending on how thick the steak is. We went 4 minutes per side for the first half of the steak, and maybe it's not quite as done as we'd like. Maybe it is. It's pretty close.
It looks good.
And then the other half we're letting rest right now, and we'll cut that up into slices in just a couple more minutes. And in the meantime, we'll prep the onion, and we also get the mayonnaise and mustard mixed up together, so that the sandwiches, when they come together, will have everything come together at the same moment, just like.
I'm getting hungry. It's so good. It's really good.
The recipe came together really as easily as it looked like it was going to. All the pieces assembled very smoothly. The steak cut up into nice bite-sized pieces. Was a little smoky, as we saw.
Not your fault. You gotta get better at that part.
And then the way the flavors all come together is really, really pleasant.
Yeah, the ciabatta, when you mix it with some of the juice from the steak, it just blends everything together, and the pickled onions have just enough of a tang, and then the blue cheese adds some zing. It's so good. This is gonna be, I think, one of our favorites. Thank you, Aisha Curry. We love it.
That's very good.
So yeah, I think overall it was great. That was a very good experiment. Thank you, and like and subscribe if you'd like to see more Cook the Book.